been a minute. Did I use that right? Anyways, I'm sure you guys have noticed a few new things. First off is my hair. Hope you guys like it. I decided to do a look this way instead. I kind of like it. It's very simple. I still kept the pink, of course, so hopefully you guys like the new hairdo. So that's that. And yeah, I've been pretty much just playing catch up with everything. May that be with sleep, video games, and everything else in between. I appreciate your guys' patience, especially as I kind of figured everything out here and there, and as I worked on my video. So, this might be a little long, I'm warning you now. Some of you are very appreciative that you don't mind it long, but I'm going to try my best to be organized. You might also notice that I'll be trying something new. I think what I'll do first is I'll talk. Again, just me trying to figure out what will work best moving forward. We know me, always love to experiment. Yeah, I'm planning to talk first about everything, and then have like a slideshow-ish in towards the end of the video. I was gonna say towards the back of the video. I should probably not be doing this hour. Like, I should probably really just be relaxing and getting ready for work, but I really felt like I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because August, though it's a lot kinder than July, I actually am planning to do a video for the next con I'm gonna be in, so I want to just make sure everything's kind of in order and ready to go, right? So, alright, without further ado, let's begin. We pretty much left on July 20th, so the flight wasn't that early, but early enough. We got to the airport, no problem. Thank God, we landed safely. I'm not really the type of person who likes to fly. It's not like I have a big phobia of it, it's just girls got vertigo and that's no fun. So don't worry, I take Dramamine. But it's not fun. It's just not fun. But anyways, the Dramamine, thank God, has been helping me a lot. And of course, the Lord has helped me for sure. But yeah, we traveled fine and dandy, got to Albany. It's my first time in Albany. I've been to New York before, but it's my first time in Albany, which is the capital, I believe. And I really liked the architecture. I want to give a shout out to my friend. She picked us up. We were ready for Uber, but she was willing to pick us up, so that was really sweet. It was great seeing her. So yeah, we went to Albany, and our hotel was not at the venue yet, just because when we booked it, that just wasn't the case, which is fine because it was only a hill up walk-ish, 3 to 5 minute walk. It's not a big deal. But yeah, the architecture I really liked. It's a very nice place. So Albany, you were overall good to us. Thanks. So yeah, day 0 pretty much of the conference was, again, just us getting settled at the venue, doing some, predominantly just setting up for the conferences beginning Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And for those of you who kind of kept up, you guys know that I was one of the directors for the college one. So it was a lot to just take in, as in getting used to equipment and venue and whatnot. So yeah, we were setting up. That was pretty much day 0. I got to meet the rest of the team because I didn't get to leave for prep week just because of work and stuff. So yeah, it was just great kind of getting to know everyone and kind of getting to see faces to names. I always feel like I butcher that phrase. And just kind of just get a whole sense of the venue. So that was pretty much that. Day 1 was us, again, just finishing setup, final touches, and we were going to do an official program run through. So y'all, here's the thing, okay? We got our speakers ready, so we have 3 sessions. Usually that's the norm for a conference. But, you guys, well, you see, 2 and 3 were pretty set. the second one was gonna be me. And in the first session, we kind of didn't get to finalize. Yeah. So my partner in crime, my fellow director, took the first session. And you guys know what that means? You see, the program starts towards the late afternoon, okay? And what that means is if he's giving the talk, that means who's directing? Me. So basically I had to direct, and I definitely was nervous because in my mind I was like, ooh, the first day, of course, in a perfect world, I'd be like, all right, he's the one I could kind of shadow and watch, you know what I mean, on the first day. Nope, that wasn't the case. I was already thrown into it. So when we did our program run, we had to act like it was obviously the real deal, right? Kind of like a rehearsal. And that means I have to already start being the one to like already do my role as director. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a very honest person. When we were practicing, which was like hours before the conference officially began, I was crying. I really was crying. It was like, I think a few hours left, 3 to 5 maybe, I don't remember, when we were trying to do our program run. I was legit crying. I don't know what it was. Like, I was already feeling it day 0. Like, I could tell that there were tears. Like, I think it's because it's a mix of, like, stress, and I really didn't want to screw it up because we had, like, a pretty cute, small size in attendance, and I felt like, bro, if I messed up, you could hear a pin drop in my mistake. You know what I mean? Like, it would be obvious. So, obviously, I put some pressure on myself, but I still wanted them to have like a good conference. So I was really nervous. The only way to express my nerves was through tears, so I cried. But we went through it, right? And then on top of that, when it was time for the program to officially begin, so every day for the conferences, regardless of what age group you're in, or section as we call them, they always start with mass, you know? So we were supposed to start with Mass, and then before Mass is usually the Rosary. So, for those of you that don't know what the Rosary is, basically for us Catholics, we believe in the Virgin Mary, Mom, as the Mother of Jesus, and the Rosary allows us to pray and meditate on Jesus' life through the Rosary, which is in the mysteries of honoring Mom, if you will. I know that's not a very good explanation, but I tried my best to keep it simple. If you have further questions on that, let me know. But, so yeah, that was supposed to happen, right? We were upstairs, and the youth, pretty much like high school kids, they were downstairs in the ballroom. You guys, they had like an LED screen, and I forgot what happened, I can't explain it very well. Basically, shortage, like, there was no, like, dang it, I forgot what it was called. Sound drop. Nope, that doesn't sound right. Basically, it was bad, okay? It was bad that we had to delay the program for an hour. And that affects both of us because we, the college kids, would move downstairs to the ballroom. That way we can all be in the same venue because our group is smaller. So it would make sense that we would go towards the bigger group. But because of this whole situation, we had to kind of pivot. So of course I'm like, okay, no big deal, right? We gotta pivot. I don't know. So of course, you know, that was kind of a setback. And then, yeah, I don't know what to say. By the grace of God, y'all, when it was time to start, your girl did not cry, and I think she did pretty good. So first day was good. I think because you're directing, time flies by so much faster because you're the one keeping track of everything, right? May that be the time, when to implement things, checking in on your people, making sure it's good to go. A lot of it was a lot of that, and that I blinked and day 1 was over. Day 2 was great. Actually, hold on. Can we backpedal real quick to day 1? Sorry, guys. I even have like my slideshow in front of me to help me be organized, but that didn't work clearly. But day 1 was really nice because my partner ended his session with adoration. So adoration, essentially, I don't remember if I ever explained that to you guys, but adoration is having like quiet time, if you will, or time to pray with God. He's in front of you through the monstrance, like the Eucharist. So again, that is a very basic thing. I know I'm not explaining it well for those of you who might not be Catholic. But if you have further questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to answer them. But yeah, so he ended with his session with adoration, and I have a picture of that. That would be the first picture that you guys see in the slideshow, just because I was just, you know, all in prayer, and I was really just happy to have that the prayer time, you know, with Jesus at that moment. So that was day 1. So yeah, now we can go to day 2. Day 2 is obviously a longer day, right? We start really early and it goes till really late. But with day 2, I still had the direct part of it, just because my partner still had a little role to like take over for a bit. But luckily, you know, I blinked and he took over from there, and which I was pretty happy with. I really appreciated that he kind of ran the remaining time of the second day leading into the third day. But it was really nice. We took a part of our day was us taking like what we call the pilgrimage. We wanted to base it off of the Jubilee. The Jubilee is a special year in the church, and basically it has a theme. This year is Pilgrims of Hope, so we took that part, right, the pilgrim part. So we had different sites for them to have their workshops. So think of workshops like a breakout session, you know, that allows them to have kind of like their own sessions outside of the main sessions. So we went to this church called St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church. Y'all, very classic. I took videos and pictures for you guys, and obviously for myself too, but it's really pretty. I'm just a sucker for beautiful things. So it's just such a classic, beautiful place. So hopefully you guys enjoy the videos and the pictures I took. Wow, I blinked there. My bad, guys. Sorry. But basically, yeah, those would be the next ones that you'll see that I took a picture of. So, and then the last pictures that I took from that would be of the saints. So the day was literally mostly workshops right after the morning stuff of rosary and mass. And then, guys, okay, the second session, yeah, I told you, it was me. So I had to get ready for that, okay? LOL. Like, LOL. So I got ready for that, and I think I did decent. I'm pretty hard on myself when it comes to talks, but I think overall it went well. I mean, I really felt like I was not prepared just because I was so busy, not just with work, but preparing for my role, and just, again, not wanting to mess up. I tried my best to prepare for my talk at the same time. I felt like I could have done better, but the feedback I got was pretty good overall, so in my mind, I'm like, okay, thank God, I guess I didn't suck, you know? And I know it's not supposed to be about me, it's supposed to be about serving God, but, you know, I want to do well in what I'm doing, no matter what it is, service, working, doing this content for you guys. Like, I want to give my best. I don't want to just be like whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, I gave my session. It was good. It was really deep. Yeah, it was really deep. Basically, my talk was pretty heavy in a sense. Like, I talk about the good and the bad things, right? Like, I talk about how there's beautiful things in your life that can also kind of give you pain, right? May that be like your friends or those you think are your friends, or, you know, you deal with family, right? Not everyone comes from a holistic, loving family, right? Some of them might be from broken families, or, you know, there's people in your life that hurt you, and you still got to see the good in that, right? So it's like, it's a pretty deep talk, like a deep talk. I know I'm not doing it justice by giving that kind of a summary, but basically the session is rejoice in tribulation, right? We all go through trials, we all go through a lot of things, but you have to be, it's easier said than done, but you should, you know, you should be strong enough to continue on even when it hurts. I know that's kind of the mentality I have. I always tell my people, like, you know, emotions are real, feel them, react to them, that's fine, but there's a difference between feeling something and then dwelling, right? Like, you really shouldn't dwell. Dwelling is not good for you. It hurts you in the end. So yeah, basically that. And then my activity for my session was called like a restoration tower. So basically there would be people representing like a tower, and you come to that person because I have the participants kind of write their hurts, if you will, like their hurts that they feel from maybe within their community, within the family, within friends, etc. And basically they can come up to a person and they can tell them their hurts, and then our job would be to comfort them or to give them anything hopeful, to kind of help them to feel better. I didn't expect people to come to me. That's a blessing. It was a lot to take in, and I pray for those girls who came up to me. But yeah, it was a pretty heavy session. But the next photo that you'll see when I show you guys a slideshow is this rapper. Yeah, I know I segued really poorly there. But one of the activities that they have, so usually they'll end the night with like something obviously more uplifting and happy, what we call fellowship. So with fellowship, they did such a good job. Again, I wasn't there for part of the preparation, but basically the team came up with Amazing Race. Do you guys know that? My goodness, if you guys don't, I'm so aging myself, which is fine. I mean, I don't hide the fact that I'm a grown adult. So, but yeah, legit, what's it called? They did an Amazing Race theme, and I thought they did such a great job. Because I wasn't in preps, like I didn't have a station, so I kind of was able to just be and observe, which was pretty nice actually. They did such a great job, my team, with that. And one of the activities was like, to take a Dove chocolate, and whatever, like if you guys have had Dove chocolate before, like you get a message inside that wrapper. So I think part of their game was to like utilize that phrase in their conversation. And my partner was so funny, like he gave me this wrapper and I died laughing because I'm like, nah, not you, like with work. It sounds like a Monday problem, or it sounds like Monday's problem is like so real to me, like for real. So I LOL'd at that. I LOL'd at that way too much. So third day went well. Yeah, I'm grateful for that, and that was that. And afterward we had kind of like, our session as a team, and I pretty much thanked every single person. I wanted to, because from the bottom of my heart, they made my job so much easier. As a rookie director, they are the reason why I think it went well, and they know how much I love them and how much I appreciate them. So that was the first part, okay? We were able to get a day and a half of rest, because conference on Wednesday kind of ends around noonish, or sorry, well, we almost won. So we kind of were able to rest, but Thursday we had our plans to go out because my mom wanted to go to the Divine Mercy Shrine, basically in Stockbridge, Massachusetts. For Massachusetts, hey, I was pretty excited. They became my 15th state that I visited, so that's pretty exciting. Shout out to anyone who watches this from Massachusetts. Thank you for your hospitality. I also forget how close and compact the East Coast can be, because Albany, literally via highway, took us like almost an hour only to just get to Massachusetts. So that was crazy. I was like, wow, that was pretty fast. And so we went there. It wasn't just, initially it was just supposed to be my family and I, like my parents and myself. But then two of my sisters, not blood sisters of course, but two of my sisters, they wanted to come with. And I thought that was cool because like actually they're like my sisters in a sense. Like we kind of like joke, or at least my parents do, like kind of adopting them. So in a sense they kind of like are my real sisters, right? So we were able to go there like early. And yeah, I mean, I knocked out in the car, but still, guys, like, thank God my dad was driving, because, bro, I was so tired. I don't do mornings, okay? I'm not good in the morning, so there's that. But yeah, so we went to Massachusetts, and we went to the shrine. And guys, it was so beautiful, so serene. I loved it there. Like, I didn't want to leave. I'm pretty sure if we didn't have conferences Friday through Sunday, I think I would actually take more time there. Like, yes, we got there early, that way we could hear morning mass, but the church is just so beautiful, and the grounds, like they just have so much land, and it was just so nice to just walk on it. Like it was like I really felt, we all felt like we were on a pilgrimage, because like every like place like you walked to was like its own site. I mean, obviously, right, that's what the map says, but like it was just a really beautiful time. You'll notice I took a bunch of pictures in the church. For those of you who might not be familiar with certain things that I took, there are pictures of relics. So a relic in the Catholic faith is kind of like a part of a saint. And a saint, a saint is a person who has gained that title, kind of like, you know, of obviously like a high holy regard there, because of maybe actually no, they do need miracles in order for them to be a saint. So, you know, based on the miracles that they performed. Again, I'm butchering a simple explanation, but if you guys want more clarity on that, please drop a comment. I'm happy to hopefully type it out better. I'm just doing my best to kind of give like a super duper high overview, so apologies on that one, because I know for sure I'm not doing that justice, but I figured just a simple explanation was fine enough. So yeah, but yeah, those are some of the pics I took, and of course just pics in the church, some of the art. I mean, golly guys, the altar, the church itself, beautiful. I took pictures of statues. Oh my gosh, guys, like breathtaking, I tell you. The weather was perfect too. My mom was so nervous because she was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna rain. Y'all, not once did it rain. It was just sunny. The Lord was like, y'all, come here. So yeah, it was really, really pretty. I was blown away by it. You'll also notice in the slideshow, because of my crazy self, right, I put pictures first, even like to the point where I even took pictures of like my dinner that I had with one of my friends. She's the same friend that took a picture of me, if you noticed on my post about me getting Samson, my dino. So let me quickly segue into that. Also, if you do have questions on the food, I do not remember the restaurant that I ate at. I feel like it's called U2 Japan or something, but I think it was a Chinese restaurant. Either way, the food, y'all, was actually good and definitely like blew my mind. Like we got so much food. We each ordered our own steak hibachi, and we literally like got our own dinner, but like all that for like cheap. That was pretty good. That was actually pretty impressive, to be honest. Anyways, okay, I digress. Basically, what I want to get to is my dino. So for those of you who saw my post with a picture of me, my friend and I went to get my stuffy. So the reason why I had to get, notice I said the word had, to get a Pillow Fort stuffed toy was because, I'm part of the college team core, right, for the ministry. And, you know, my girls in my group, they each have their own Pillow Fort stuffed toy. I was never exposed to Pillow Fort stuffed toys until I went to my Texas trip on my mission there. And one of my girls had like the smaller version of it, kind of like the baby version. That's what they actually call it. And I was like, ooh, this is soft and it's weighted. That's so cool. And she was explaining it to me and how they all pretty much have one. And so all my girls did prove it to me that they all have one. One girl only has one, and then that girl and the one who went with me to Target, literally they have like 2 or 3, okay? So it was kind of like a joke that I have to get my own. That way I can like join the club with the 3 of them, and we can all during our meetings have our stuffies, right? So we were supposed to go to Target trip, but because the other 2 girls had to prepare for the other conference because their role was in the music ministry, only one of my friends out of the 3 could come. So we went to Target, and I had them vote for which one I should get. Of course, the pink dino won unanimously. I mean, granted, there was one vote for a pink unicorn, but all 3 of them pretty much picked the pink dino, so I had to take the pink dino. And because they name all of theirs, I, of course, needed to think of a name for mine. And so mine had a name, and I was like, this is how my brain works. Welcome to the beautiful, chaotic, organized, confusing world of creativity I live in. But I was like, okay, bro looks like a bro, he pink, it's like a salmon color, I call him Samson. So that's literally how my brain went. So everyone, my dinosaur's name is Samson. So yeah, that's that one. But yeah, so that's Samson. Yo, he's so comfortable, it's crazy, bro. And by the way, I learned something new because my mind was blown. They treat Pillow Forts as a pillow. I guess it's in the name, but they treat them as a pillow in the airport. Do you know what that means? That means like you can literally have your backpack, and then you can literally have your carry-on, and then that could be like your pillow. And I was like, are you serious? I got so scared they were gonna cut them open, but they didn't. And I know the girls are such pros, right? They told me not to worry about it, but I can't help it. I've never traveled with a weighted stuffy before. Anyways, so okay, fast forward. That was me continuing to digress. But the next portion of my slideshow will show videos, and again, it's mostly just everything within the Divine Mercy Shrine, from the relics inside the church. If you guys know me as following my journey and my channel this far, you guys know I love nature. So I do capture some moments. I couldn't help it when we met this random couple and they were chatting us up. I saw this butterfly across, and I couldn't help myself seeing this butterfly with a bee. They were just with the flowers, and I couldn't help it. So I filmed that one. And then I just have a whole, like, slide of, like, videos of, like, where we walked. And then I think I do one more video. Yeah, I do. And it's a bird. And the bird's just, like, not even flying. He's just hopping in foliage. Foliage. I said that right? Foliage. Yep, no foliage. So, yeah, there was that. And then, of course, I took a picture of Samson. He needed to have his debut. If you're wondering why he's in the covers, my dad did that, and I thought that was really cute of him to do that, to be honest. See, everyone loves Samson, even my family. But yeah, so that's kind of it. Slideshow wise, I tried my best to go in order. Hopefully you guys didn't think that was chaotic. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear that? I literally, now you guys have the spoiler alert, even though I already knew, even though that's my music already. That's always like my go-to. But I literally was having the slideshow in front of me to try my best to be organized. You guys, my brain literally was like, oh, where am I going to put the slideshow? I can't use my computer because my computer has the program running where I'm recording. And then I was like, oh, I can use my phone. But I can't use my phone because Avatar me needs to be there. So I had my iPad. That way I can do it for you guys. But, okay, well, we're a hot mess. It's okay. We've been a hot mess since we've been here. But basically, the final 3 days went well, I think, overall. It was really busy. I'm happy I survived being an MC. Woohoo! And I'm happy I survived with my team kind of just getting the social media and the recap and reveal video ready. I don't know if I told you guys, but basically, the recap is essentially, like, obviously what it sounds like, the recap of the conference. So my team is in charge of grabbing as many photos, taking that and taking videos. That way we can make a nice video recapping all 3 days. The reveal video was not part of my department, but usually the reveal video means like where we're gonna have conference next year. So I'm excited because now it's in the West Coast. LOL, time to save up money. But yeah, I mean, I survived, right? I'm not gonna lie though, by Sunday, guys, I was so tired. I like knocked out, but then like we couldn't really rest and knock out like permanently because we had to leave the airport at like 3, bro. Because our flight was crazy early. But hey, you know, I got home, praise the Lord, I'm safe, everyone's safe. I praise God that we're all healthy. You guys, that immune system, you know what I mean, with lack of sleep, yo. So I'm pretty good that we're obviously healthy. Wow, I think I started there, that's insane. Yeah, I think overall it went well. I can't wait to see what next year brings, but for now, we'll just coast our way through and kind of get through it all, especially since we'll be dealing with, you know, just everything in between, like locally and nationally, but not on a conference scale. Yeah, and then work, let's be real, right? I've learned, guys, that I should have at least one more buffer day. It was not enough of a buffer that I landed on Monday and like was trying to get settled, and then Tuesday I went back to work. Nah, I have learned next year, maybe if I remember, that I should take another day off for a buffer because, yeah, you guys, if you saw my posts, I literally slept for 12 to 15 hours. Your girl clearly needed sleep. And speaking of sleep, see, pretty good segue there. I think it's time that I wrap up. Maybe enjoy a few more games and go to bed. I know this was like, I don't even know if you want to call this like I tried my best to go through it in as much detail that I unfortunately can remember because dang, guys, it was such a blur. I mean, it was a great blur, but my mind is like, that's a reason why I put the slideshow. That way I could keep it organized, and that way I could tell you guys in order certain events that I was trying to relay. But hopefully this 30 minutes was worth your time. I'm sorry in advance for those of you who feel like it was a waste. And for you, whoever that's stuck this long, man, I appreciate you tenfold. Don't forget, you still have a slideshow to watch, and I don't think the slideshow is that long, but the fact that you're willing to stay this long is already a blessing. So thanks a bunch. Um, but yeah, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna stop now, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, we're just trying new things. Hopefully, hopefully it turns out good. I don't know. Again, just trying new things. So, thanks again, y'all, for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid. God bless. Stay safe. Stay cool. Actually, yeah, stay cool. Like, it's not that hot, but you know, I'm not one for heat. So, but okay, for real, for real. I'm gonna probably stop talking now, because if I keep talking, I'll keep saying goodbye often. And I should stop now, that way you don't hear me on. Okay, bye for now.